Cara, comecei logo no fim. Da hora. Vejamos aqui. Pá, 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 pá. E. Pá, 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 pá. Bora. YouTube tá certo? Certo, certo, tudo correto. Bora. Hellblade. O sacrifício de Senua. Bora, minha querida. Atravessar a ponte.
The gate is opening.
Who is it? It's coming.
That song again.
Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
Eita porra.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. So get up. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Ah, porra, quebrou minha espada, mano. Holy shit.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes.
Tá, porra.
Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. Dare.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. Listen to it.
She don't give up.
Did it? It's
Not like this.
It's not real. It's real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in me, Seja?
No, it's not. It's a trick. She knows it's him. It's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible. Tilly.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it. There it is. You're imagining things. It's Dylan. He's gone. He was gone. Slow. How could you? Keep going. How could you? Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you. I told
E aí, Júlio, firmeza?
Where are you going? See, there's nothing to follow. Come.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren. and lonely.
Caralho, só agora, mano. Dolorido, hein?
Getting stronger. Getting stronger. It's already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind. There's the tree.
There he was,
Where is he?
the lone figure of a boy.
He's there, under the tree.
Swordplay under the shade of a tree.
See him? There. Come, you have to.
She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing,
Where is he? He's there,
and the world danced with him.
under the tree.
The glue lifted.
You have to keep
For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Eu vou usar essa espada, certeza. Ué, pra onde que eu tenho que ir? Não, mas não focou. Olha lá, mano, não vai. Que brisa. Tá. Tem mais caminho pra cá. Vamos lá, vamos lá.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a serpent with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
O que será que aconteceu? Acho que a loba comeu ele.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Olha o cara dele.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund.
Ah, porra.
So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
It's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real. Do you really think it's real? You want to believe it's real. It's a trick. You're deluded. Where are you going? Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
Tô com meu fone, velho. Da hora. Dá umas brisadas monstras aqui com esses bichos falando na minha orelha. Parece que sempre tem alguém aqui.
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I'm not. I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learned all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go
Mano,
back to.
eu imagino o 2, velho. O 2 vai ser
Their
foda, mano.
gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy
They
you.
won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Será que é isso que as pessoas passam?
Is that you? I'll find you, man. I promise.
That tree. Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree. What's he trying to tell you? He's waiting for you by the tree.
Uma plaquinha aqui.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir.
As ideias, mano.
But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Cheio das plaquinhas essa porra. Outra plaquinha ali, ó.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hole. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger.
Ah, tá bom. Só
I
pra
am
ganhar
not fit to
vingança.
live, she says, and walks back into the fire.
Tá bom.
Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Fez porque quis, safada. Né? Mete o louco esse povo. Deixa eu fechar o WhatsApp web que tá fora. Agora não é momento, só mais tarde. Uma plaquinha aqui, plaquinha nenhuma. Pá. Esses caras mortos aí. As caveirinhas.
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillian left it for you. Take it.
Take it! Não, pega, pega, pega!
It's a trick. It's a trick. It's empty. It's coming from there. Where's it coming from? She started something.
What's happening?
imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund,
Ah, eu já
great
sabia.
warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr, answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands, where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard. Go to the shards. What's the shard? The metal runestones. It's in front of you.
Ué. Ah, eu tenho que ir lá
The
nos...
runes. You need that sword. Go to the shard. Find the shards.
Viajei, mano. Achei que tinha que ir ali. Tem que ir ali primeiro. Pera aí. Falta que demora demais pra virar essa câmera, mano.
Where is it? Find it. There it is. Focus. There's the shard. Focus. Focus. Use your eyes. Look. Get closer.
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
I can feel the dead in the air. You can feel the dead. Why did you do this? Turn back with them. Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it.
Take it. Take it.
This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Who's there? Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember? I'll find him.
What's that? Did you hear that? Nothing. Was that voices? Is that his voice or the voice of the dead? Not Dillian.
Dillian's calling to you. Can
Where is he? Where is he?
He sounds like he's getting further away.
Have you lost him?
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
She has to keep going. It's not safe here. She has to keep going. If you go down there, no one can save you. It's too scary. Find another way. It's not working. You have to use your mind. Where can you go? You're failing. Find another way. Think. Focus. Use your mind. Where's he gone? He's disappeared. You let him slip through your fingers once again. Think clearly. You have to find another way. There has to be another way.
Ué, passei por aqui agora, mano.
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
You don't recognize it? Don't doubt yourself, you'll never find it. She doesn't recognize it. Yes, you do, you know it. She doesn't. Listen to his voice, listen. It's not him. It's not. We told you. We told you it was a trick. What's happening? It's not him, it can't be. What's that sound? The voice is changing. What? That's not Dillian. That doesn't sound like Dillian. It sounds like someone.
Within the burial mound, Herver calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his sword. She says that it is not seemly for the dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable weapons. Her father answers with words of warning. You go to your doom. Baleful runes surround you. You have gone mad. You have lost your mind. Your thoughts are confused. It is dangerous to wake the dead. Like I said, she reminds me of you.
Ué, como é que abre essa porta? É, eu sei, eu tô tentando lembrar o caminho que você fez, mano. Acho que eu achei. Cara, eu só não lembro. Só não sei como matar ele sem espada, né, velho?
It's not Dillian.
É, essa voz realmente não é ele. Será que é aqui? Estou em dúvida. Oh, meu Deus.
Dillian wants me to face my fears.
Não é aqui, mano?
Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
Ok. Go away.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
Mano, eu tô com o cu na mão de morrer nesse jogo.
Boy. No.
He said he could
Se eu
help me.
morrer já era.
It's a
Vou ter que
trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal?
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No.
they will turn their back on you.
Força!
The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods.
Posso sim.
Come, child, take my hand. Come, Senua.
I am leaving.
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands.
Tá porra.
It's done. You did it, but there's more. There's more. You're tired, but you have
Achei que ia rolar uma fight aqui.
There's always more to do. It's not going to be easy. You're getting tired. Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you been? She hasn't got the energy. No. Too much.
Cara, como é que desce ali, mano? Eu vim dali, não foi? Não, eu vim dali. Perco mais tempo perdido nesse jogo do que normal. Vai, pula aí, vai. Tá, eu fui naquela lá, agora eu vou nessa aqui. Vamos lá, meu querido.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died.
Hundreds die. Pensou em português?
The sickness took nearly every
A
person younger
enfermidade
than
atingiu
40
praticamente
and many
todas as
older.
pessoas mais
And where
jovens.
dying mothers gave
Quarentena
birth,
é muito mais velhos. Isso daqui é
the marks of
2020,
the
hein?
plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
A praga. Milhares morreram. Lá vem.
Where are we? I don't know.
Where are we?
This place feels.
What is this place?
This place feels. It's
Esse lugar fede. Creepy.
It feels wrong. It feels strange.
Eu sinto muito errado. Eu sinto estranho. Onde estamos?
There he is.
Volte.
There he is.
The light.
Go towards it.
He's in the house. He's
Find-
going in.
He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Disappearing.
It's a test.
Você abaixa?
Like the old warrior trials. Delia will help me. The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. To the water. She could taste the rot. But no one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed.
Esses portais aqui são umas brisas, velho.
But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing.
It's broken.
And they knew
You have to fix
that she was not like them.
How are you going to fix it? You have to find him. Quick, get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial. It doesn't finish until you get to the house. Before he disappears, Senua. You have to get in.
Calma aí, seus putos, calma aí. Preciso arrumar a ponte do rio que cai. Olha lá, ó, ó, não tem nada. Ah. Ahá! Esse jogo é muito louco.
The Northmen speak of a death moon.
Caralho, por aí
A
tudo
light
isso.
shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm. And first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. That is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
She did it. You fixed the bridge. She fixed it. You passed the trial. Get to the house. You succeeded.
Você conseguiu, porra!
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there?
Find him.
Come out if you are.
Dillian! They're coming for me.
You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him. Dillian. Go to him. He's trying to kill us. Run! Right now! Save him!
What should I do?
Where's your sword? Defend yourself against that creature. You can't do this. It's Dillian. Where are we? It's not safe. I feel unsafe. It is. Go towards it. Run. Two more. to burn. You'll burn.
There it is. Move away.
Don't let it look quick.
Where's Dillian?
Where is he?
This is taking too long.
Can you hear him? You're
Two
lost.
more rooms.
You have to find them, Senua.
Where are you? You're lost.
Where are they?
It looks the same.
One more. One dance.
Ei!
You're lost.
Eu corri de...
Where is he?
Tô correndo. Eu não matei ninguém não, rapaz. Oh, já foi.
Go towards it. Focus. Focus.
Look.
Não, velho! Eu abri o bagulho, mano. Como é que eu morri pra essa bosta? Ah lá, vai subir pra minha testa já esse bagulho aí. Holy fuck, my boy.
There it is. It's close.
Run!
It's not safe here. Run.
Senua, you don't even have your sword.
You came through the wrong door.
Where's your sword? Defend yourself. What is that creature? You can't defend yourself. It's Dillian. Find the creature. Where's Dillian?
Where are we?
It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where is it? I'm not safe.
You're dying.
You're lost.
You're dying.
I can't find you.
Nada a ver, mano. Tá, cadê a porta, irmão? Cadê a porta? Sai, coisa feia. Com umas besteiras dessas, não é nada.
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared.
Boas pessoas tentando me
They're
matar.
afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. It doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
You're not a monster. Então eu sou o quê? Se eu não sou um monstro, eu sou uma bruxa.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
Meu braço todo ferrado, meu Deus do céu.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this has nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again. You don't know. It's just their
Let's
game
go, let's
for
go.
You never know which way it's going to go.
É
I
só
want
um
to
jogo
tell
pra
you a
você.
story about a god of the
Safado.
Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Claro. Lá tá ele, safado. Vamos lá.
Face. What is it? What does it see? Get closer. Gods. The mask is here to watch you fail again. Where are we? What is this? It's the same. Different. It's another world. It's lighter. It's nicer. I like it here. Can we stay? The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
Força.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her sons. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Open the gate. She can't. Open the gate. It's locked. Try harder. She can't. The gate. She can't. She can't. She will. She will. She can't. Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe.
Dillian.
There he is.
What are you waiting for? Find a way. Find him. Go.
Before he disappears.
Dillian, don't lose him.
Way too many times.
Always let him disappear.
Dillian, there he is.
Where is he?
Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world.
He's not here.
She's in the wrong world.
Rapaz, que bagulho
He's in the
brisado,
other
né,
one.
velho?
He's in the other one. He's in the dark world.
The dark.
The dark.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Caralho, no reflexo da luz.
You've got it.
Why isn't he here? You can't go up
You
there.
can't go up
Not
there.
in this world.
Not in this. You can't.
Abre? Ué? Tá, se não abre. E por dentro dá alguma coisa? Será? É, vambora, vai. Pra desvendar esses mistérios de Senua. Porra é aquela, mano? Agora que eu vi, velho. Parece um bicho. Bora. O som desse jogo é muito bom.
There he is.
Where are you taking
He's
us?
up there.
He's up there.
How do you get up there?
There's a way.
She thought she had light within her.
There is a way up there. She can.
It's dark.
You're nearly there. She'll find the way.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Balder's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
You kill the things that are most precious to you.
Vamos pensar, cadê?
You broke him. You killed him. He couldn't see the darkness within you.
Nobody will love you.
Nobody will love her now.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the things she loves.
Oh.
Look what happens to the things you love.
Tem nada aqui não, né, velho? Para. Vou ter que voltar pro mundo bonitinho. Graças.
Do you know? Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillian's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead.
How does that make you feel? Do you even remember?
His love is guiding you.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror,
Caralho, como é que eu vou arrumar essa ponte? Pera aí. Eita, tremeu tanto o controle que soltou o cabo.
Dillian saved you from them. He cared in a way that nobody else
Mas
did.
se esse abre esse, aquele abre esse, aquele tá abrindo qual
Do you
portão?
remember how he made you feel?
Remember Dillian?
What do you remember?
Do you remember the sound of his voice? You have blood on your hands.
You are guilty.
Was it worth it?
He was the only one that really loved her. He did love her.
Acho que tô fazendo merda, hein?
Your curse has claimed Dillian.
I didn't know he was kind.
Nossa, era só ter... Ah. Jesus Cristo.
The curse. And now the darkness is...
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe? I did not ask the mistletoe, Balder's mother confesses. I thought it was too young. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers
Years had
burst.
passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
He was the only one. Could she trust him?
Mano, esse quebra-cabeça é chatinho, mano.
What does she think she's doing? You're not special. She thinks she They mean nothing. Being special. It's a waste of time. It could all be a waste of her time. The gods are just playing. What if the gods are laughing at her? Messing with her. It wouldn't be this. Be the first time. He was the only one she could trust. Could she trust him?
Cadê o S? O S tá por aqui. Aqui, ó.
Dillian undoes the curse.
What does it feel like to feel a love so
Mas tá ao
strong?
contrário, mano.
He was kind to her.
Deixa eu ler ali que com certeza tem alguma coisa do Loki diferente.
Overcome with grief, The gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of Hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let Hell keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Imagina os quebra-cabeças, os piores.
She should have listened to her. Why didn't she listen to her? She thought she could defy her. You have no chance for love now.
Nobody will love you again.
Ever again. You can.
Onde será que está, meu Deus? Eu não tô vendo.
Wasting your time. Have no time for this. Speed up. These trips mean nothing. It's all part of the game.
Tô tirando sarro, mano. Tava na minha cara o bagulho e eu dei uma volta. Eu falei, ué.
What if these trials mean nothing? Just like it strangles you. It's laughing at you. What if they take you no closer to Dillian? You're letting this get in the way. What if they are just to tire you, to make you weak before the battle? He didn't believe that she was cursed. He saved you when everyone else turned their backs. What if this is pointless? What are you doing? Why did you think you could make this work? You keep saying
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Balder's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his two sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down and turned these bonds to iron and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom...
Eu perdi 4, mano. Eu não sabia que tinha que achar esses bagulhos. Nem sabia que ia completando, né? Percebi depois. Não, eu não sou culpado de nada. Para de falar isso. As vozes da minha cabeça são chatas. Ih, lá vai eu. Vamos lá, hein, meu bom. Dillian! Ah, vem cá, né? Sempre assim.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld. Looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Sinbad. I guess he took after his father, the chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see. And he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, and to see the world through his eyes. And slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
very careful. This far, don't let it slip away. It's a narrow bridge. And there's a long way to fall. It's not safe.
You're going to fall. Careful.
Oh, she's not going to fall. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Senua.
Uma cena, mas será que eu consigo ver as antigas, cara? Eu perdi 4 cenas.
Senua. Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares?
Ah, vou jogar de novo. Não, mano, eu espero jogar uma vez só, tá ligado? Zerar sem morrer.
Gift you have. A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
Que bonitinho.
I left
Levanta que
for
está no
words to
chão.
protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you. They're taking them from the inside. You're disappearing one memory at a time.
Então, é que se eu morrer, já era o jogo, né? A escuridão vai pra minha cabeça e eu perco tudo.
They're gonna take everything you have. The memories of ghosts. They belong to the gods, not to you. They're eating you from the inside.
É pior que Dark Souls, mano.
They want to crush it.
Acho que agora é o chefe, hein?
Body, they want your soul. They want
The Northmen say that their Allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the well of wisdom. In blindness, there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Senua. Ok, obrigado.
Where am I? I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me?
Dillian?
I'm right here. Can't you see me?
Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts.
Nossa, meu controle treme tanto, velho, que solta o cabo.
Tell me what you feel.
A breeze.
Good. And there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from. The others.
Yes, you
The
can.
voices. They've gone.
I'm still here.
It's so quiet. So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath.
Vai, dá pra você ouvir, ó.
And fall.
Vou encostar no microfone, ó.
Be aware of everything you hear.
Não, é no cabo. Eu tenho bateria nele, né?
Let your senses guide.
Só que eu não tenho o adaptador pra ele reconhecer no computador, tá ligado? O adaptador sem fio. Eu tinha, mas parou de funcionar e eu não comprei, porque custa 100 pila.
I can't go on. Lillian?
Find a way. I'm not leaving you here.
Aí eu coloco no cabo, tá ligado? Aí só que o bicho tá tremendo tanto, mano, que o cabo solta, velho. Eu morri ontem por causa disso. O cabo soltou, eu fiquei lá apertando igual um retardado, achando que tava batendo no bicho. E não batia, tá ligado? Aí eu falei, que porra, o jogo bugou. Aí eu fui ver, o cabo tava solto. Ontem não, segunda, né?
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your
Salvou o
senses.
jogo, hein? Acho que é chefe.
Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
Yes.
I hear water.
Good.
I've reached the water.
Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream.
I'm so sorry. I thought I left this all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua. My father. He taught me the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the sword. You're no coward. You proved that to me in the warrior tribe. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
You can beat it.
This isn't your battle. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day. You need people like you.
I'll do my best. I know what you're thinking. He's not really here. Seems there's no escaping the past in this place. And so she's forced to relive it. To what end? There's a water. I can't go on this way.
Then look for another way and tell me what you find.
There is a house. I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
Tilly, there's something in here.
Do you see it?
No.
Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
Para de tremer. Meu Deus, quase passei na corrente. Passa, passei. Ai, Jesus Christ. Mano, como é que eu vou passar pelas correntes? Passei, foda-se. Tá, vai ter uns 800 bichos aqui, daqui em diante, né?
It's not following.
Leave it behind. Moving forwards.
Mano, isso daqui é terrível, velho. Tá parecendo a bruxa de Blair, velho. Mano, no finalzinho da bruxa de Blair, eu não podia olhar pro bicho, tá ligado? Aí eu tive que me agachar, velho, olhando pra câmera pra baixo pra ele não me matar. Para de fazer barulho.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks of death.
The darkness is testing you. You are in control.
Tem umas moscas aqui. Eita, caçarola, lá vai nós. Oh. Segura, minha filha.
A well. There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
Nossa, o poço.
Delia. Help me.
Come to listen.
Sai da frente, seu bosta. Ai!
Delia. Is that you? I can see a light.
Yes, I can see you too.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
No.
Yes.
Eu não, cadê você?
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You
Não,
found
eu
your
sou
own
o
way.
cara, né? Pelo que eu tô vendo.
All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
Acabou!
You've done it. The warrior triumphs. Go get the sword. You did it for the sword. You have to get the sword.
With grammar reforged, you will have Odin's blessing to walk, a goddess, into the halls of Helheim and challenge Hela as an equal.
So Dillion was helping me. And the sword will lead me to him.
Sim,
Like
ele
when we first
estava.
met.
Dillion estava te protegendo. Você vê o cara, filho, aqui em casa é porque a lâmpada tá acesa. Já que ele é a luz. Ha! Piada horrível.
Dillion gave her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind and become a warrior in Dillion's clan.
Go back. It's not safe.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
No. He left it here. He wants me to take it.
You will pay a price for this.
But years later, with Zinbel's parting words still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. The plague.
Dillion?
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
Dillion?
Do you see it clearly now, Senua? The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault. You brought this plague to us. You have blood on your hands.
Eita, onde fui parar?
They're coming for you now.
They're coming.
They're coming to get you.
Hold your head.
Ela sente.
Hold it. Unleash the sword.
She can't remember. How does she focus?
The mirror. Focus is coming back.
You can do this. Focus. Focus.
Sai!
Focus. Focus now. You're stronger than me.
Get.
Focus. Focus. Now. Focus.
You won. Focus now.
Focus. That's the only way.
Focus.
There's nowhere to run to.
Ah, agora entendi. O
Sea
foco é
of
só
corpses.
apertar e segurar
A
o botão.
corpse waved through itself over the ones I loved. The ship broke up under them. The ship that had sailed from the land of shining
A
fields.
mãozinha, a mãozinha, a
Their
mãozinha.
memorial stone is sacred. Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword. Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come not
with disturbed mind.
Caralho, mano, que bagulho brisado.
She doesn't know where she's trying to get to.
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. Look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on your father, Zinbo, you turned your back on the gods and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people. Why must they pay for your heresy?
Dark Souls, velho.
Finish this. Focus. Focus now. Focus.
Que é Dark Souls na veia.
Focus. Focus. You're strong. Focus.
Sou bom demais Dark Souls, velho, na moral.
Galena. Where are you?
Do you hear, Senua? Do you hear the voice of your mother, Galena? She calls for you, Senua. Go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
The darkness took her life, and it will take yours. It's taking you further and further into it. Surrender to the darkness. Darkness is here.
Cadê a mãe dessa mulher, velho?
Mother! I need you! Help me! You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices.
Your dear beloved mother was powerless against the darkness.
Fala, meu querido.
She too had a sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't run. She escaped the only way she knew how. She gave her life to the gods. If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror. It's not too late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her?
Jesus! Vamos, 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 vamos.
She's injured. Focus. This is the only way. Focus. Focus. Focus.
Tô tentando focar.
Focus now. Focus. Focus. You're strong. Surprise.
you still fight on. Maybe you too will suffer with your brethren in this rot and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done? Give the darkness what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead?
Just look around you.
What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued? Do you think he'd thank you for what you have done to him, to his friends, to his father?
Ave Maria. Levanta! Rápido!
She's injured. She can still do it.
Jesus Christ, quanto bicho!
You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices. The darkness has taken you. Galena and Senua. Galena and Senua. You are lost. There's nothing you can do. You're dead. You're both dead. Mother and daughter dead in the sea of corpses. Seja. The voices took her and the voices have taken the voices. It's the end. The end for you. I can't fight it anymore. Not on my own. Where are you, Mother? I want to be with you.
Oh, look.
That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother. To go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Senua,
Look at me.
look at me.
Look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Simba was right. Everyone will suffer.
Zimbel is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you. Who do you trust? Him? Or me? Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us? Come back to me. Don't let this darkness come between us.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help. A little hope.
Tá meio acabadinha meu boneco. Nós voltamos aqui da bruxa. Essa bruxa é safada. Hello, Senua. O que temos aqui dentro? Fica pá. Senua.
We're back.
Nós voltamos, tá bom? Ok. Voz chata na minha cabeça.
We found her. Where have you been? Here she is. Don't worry. We're here to help you. You don't have to do this on your own anymore. You We were worried. We're here to help you. You need us. So worried. Silence is lonely.
Ah, aquela porta vai estar aberta porque tinha uma espada desenhada na porta.
You can trust us. Trust us. Senua, it's us.
Ele só criou esse jogo aqui.
There's a way in.
Into the mountain.
Can you see it?
Shall we tell her where to go?
It's not far. Go on.
Look.
Up. Just up there. Listen to us. That's it.
Oh meu Deus, o esgoto.
Shall we?
Does she know which way to look? Does she know her way into the mountain?
She's a girl, isn't she? So clever. Did you miss us? Oh, she did.
I'm glad we're back.
She's so glad we're back. Go on. Go up. Go up. Go up into the mountain.
Agora você quer que eu suba na montanha, né? Essas vozes estão cada dia mais sem vergonha.
There's a door.
You can do it.
You can see.
Come on, Senua.
Go away.
Go away, motherfucker. Bora. Porta da Esperança. Ela, é você. Olá, quem está aqui?
I will tell you of a great hero named Sigurd,
Sigurd.
son of Sigmund, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain. But Rain does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own ends. You see, Rain's father possessed a great treasure given to him by the gods. But Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold all for himself. Fafnir hid the treasure out on a heath and could not leave it. And from the evil in his heart, he turned into a dark creature. A dragon.
Dragão. Eu lembro dessa história. E o que temos deste lado? Tem uma pedrinha.
is it? She can feel it.
Não faça isso. Não.
Don't open to it. Don't go in. Don't turn back. What's in there?
A great beast guards Helheim. Garm is its name, and it knows you are here, Senua. It can smell your stink. What are you afraid of, Senua? How will you say Dillion if you are too much of a coward to step into the shadows?
They can't stop me.
Pesar
Do
na
it!
Bora.
She can't make it.
The beast is stalking you from the shadows. Your sword is useless here. Don't be fooled. The beast is still here. No. It's a trick.
Mother, do you hear that?
Don't fall for it.
It's me, Senua. It's so loud.
It's not her.
So full of hate.
It's a trap.
I just want to help them. Tell me what to do. Your father wants them to go away. And he only hurts me to silence them. But he's gone now.
They always come back. He says I will die if I go with them. They say that I'm already dead.
No,
They
please.
want me with them.
Stop.
That's why they crawl through the walls.
Don't listen
Do you
to them.
see them? Do you see their faces?
He's coming. Senua, help me. Help. Get me out of here. Don't go.
She's disappeared again.
She shouldn't be here. She escaped the darkness. She took her own life to escape it.
She can't remember when it started. When her mother lost her smile. Her eyes gazing past her towards a world she could not see. This is what happens if you reach for the underworld, he said. It was a lot to take in for a child. And the first time she felt the cold chill of fear. I don't talk much about her father, Sinbel. I suppose I just didn't want to risk upsetting her. But it doesn't matter now, does it?
Trancado, trancado. Acende a tocha aí, meu. Não acende a tocha, cara.
The light won't see. She can sense it. Shh. She's lighting the torch. It's not gonna help her. She's lighting the fires. Finds you safe. To keep the darkness. Fight you. Defend. Focus now. Focus now. Hope. He's gone. Behind you! You can't go anywhere without your light. Take the torch and move.
Tô bom demais, velho. Mentira.
Where's the next?
Temos que ir. Cadê o próximo? Cadê o próximo?
These pointless symbols are pointless. They're meaningless. Your mother's here. What if you collect them and there's nothing behind the door? Save Dillian. This is just another trial. It's just another trick. Just to distract her from her real mission. You think you know, but you don't. Your mother is trapped. You don't know anything. Dillian is dead.
Beleza, aqui não vai deixar, aqui tá aberto.
Her torch is going out. No, it's not. It's going to run out. She hasn't got much time. It's going to burn out. She's too slow. It's not going to burn out. The darkness will come again. Stay light. Stay right up. She has it. She did it. She's done it. Well done.
This place. It reminds her of the isolating, suffocating darkness that she lived through as a young girl. Imprisoned in her room at night. The faces in the dark, coming through the walls. She once thought everyone could see them. I mean, that's what children say all the time, isn't it? That there are monsters in the dark. By the time she realized that only she could see them, her father, Zinbel, could see the monster in her.
Peraí. Agora vamos descer. Cherry Bar.
The beast has been here. Everywhere. Good. She'll have to go under. She has to. The torch will go out. Don't. She can do it. She can't do it. No. The light's gone out. Run! Get through it as quick as you can. The panic is here. What was that? She's stuck. She hasn't found the rooms. Stay in the light. Stay. You're safe. Have to get to the next light. Let's go quickly. Run. Look. Fire. How will she get it? Fire. She has to go towards it. Brilliant. She's too weak. She will. She has to make it.
Bora.
Take it. It'll keep you safe. See how she can find the room. She can find it. I like to see it. She has it. Where is it? The light will keep us there. The light will guide you.
Rain the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rain would forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has the pieces. And so Rain reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first to avenge his father, and then he and Rain go in search of Fafnir.
Look. Use your eyes. Where is he? What are you waiting for? Keep doing. Go.
Mas, gente, cadê essa porra? Pá. Nossa, o reflexo da água. Puta que pariu.
The beast is crawling into your mind, searching for weakness. They found your mother and used her to trap you in here.
Did you see her die? I don't remember. I was only 5. They told me she escaped the darkness, that she's with the gods. But what if they lied? What if the darkness took her and trapped her here?
Salvou o jogo. Deixa eu ir no banheiro rapidinho. Vambora.
Mother out. Mother doesn't. Where is Mother? It's just another.
It's a trap. The beast is coming. Stupid can you be?
Run away from the beast. Going that way.
What have you done?
No! No!
You've lost it. It's over.
Darkness. The darkness is lost. Lost him. You've lost him. Get it out. Get to the light.
Without his head, he will never bring his soul back. His fate is sealed. Now it can see you at your weakest. The time you suffered as a child at the hands of your father Sindo while you pined for Dillian. Do you remember that darkness, Senua? The beast is bringing it back.
Mother, why did you leave me? This darkness, it's spreading. Father's keeping me away from the others. Away from Dillian. I won't give up. I'm not going to rot in here. I'm going to find Dewey.
The beast is down there.
No. She knows the beast is down there. She's going towards. He's always watching you. He's there. You're never safe from him. You can feel him. Be careful. Relax. She needs to find him. She's found it. She lost it and she has to find it. We need the torch alight. What can you see? Heat up.
Dá uma pequena bugada aí, mas...
Zimbo was right. Zimbo was trying to save them from the darkness. But she wouldn't listen. Never choose. And now everybody is her fault. All weak. She should have known. She should have. Why doesn't she learn? Will she learn?
The dragon Fafnir is so large and deadly that it would be impossible to kill him face to face. But each day, Fafnir crawls across the heath to find water. So Sigurd digs a pit in the dragon's path and lies in wait in it. When Fafnir slithers overhead, Sigurd sinks his sword into the dragon up to the hilt. Sigurd leaps from the pit, and Fafnir sees his killer. He warns Sigurd that the treasure will lead to his death, as it led to the death of all who owned it. Sigurd replies that death comes to all men, and every man would want to be wealthy until that day. And he takes the treasure.
The lights from her house. She'll die.
Although Sigurd kills the dragon, Rain wants to keep Fafnir's gold all for himself. Rain also wants the strength and wisdom of the dragon, so he drinks its blood and asks Sigurd to roast Fafnir's heart for him. Sigurd does so, but when he touches the roasted heart to see if it is done, he burns his finger. Without thinking, he licks his finger and tastes the dragon's blood. In that moment, he understands the language of birds and hears them talk nearby.
Ah, 10-0.
What's she doing? She's lighting up gas. She's making a fire. She's got light on the other side. She'll be safe. What's her plan? What's she thinking? She's going to get there.
Bora.
Keep going. Stop. Get through her. You have to do it. Get up. Get up. What are you doing? Stop. Stop. Keep going. Don't be letting the memories follow you. Quick. Faster. Keep going. What is she doing? Stop. Keep going. Don't be letting the memories follow you. Quick. Stop.
Dillian.
She can't help but think of him. A tender guiding flame in a world so black. The longer it burned, the more she convinced herself that there was nothing beyond its reach. How little separates us from what we fear.
Sigurd's newfound power lets him hear the birds speak. And they say, Sigurd should eat the heart himself. Rian wants Fafnir's gold. Sigurd should kill Rian before Rian kills him. Sigurd should find Brynhild, the Valkyrie, who sleeps an enchanted sleep. Sigurd heeds the birds.
As mãozinhas.
He kills Rian, eats Fafnir's roasted heart, and takes Fafnir's treasure. And he embarks on a new quest. To ride to Hinderfell and find Brynhild, the Valkyrie.
Do you hear?
I hear you.
Come back to me, Shin.
I'm coming for you.
Follow my voice.
I'm coming.
Come back.
Dillian, I see you. The beast has Dillian. No. You're not taking it from me.
Ei, cachorrão.
I can smell your...
No.
You betrayed your god.
I am leaving with him.
Turned your back on me. That is why Dillian will rot in hell. Carve into my shadow.
Can't do it.
burrice.
People think of evil as an unnatural, invisible force, and so invoke the gods for protection. But evil can come from the hand behind the gods. A familiar hand, cold and cruel. He tried to fix her with his rituals, kept her trapped in that hole. She couldn't say which was worse. The darkness, or the monster that her father had become. She couldn't fight them both. And so she left, headed for the one ray of light that shone down on her. If she had stayed, she wouldn't have survived. But maybe Dillian would still be alive.
I'm so sorry, my love.
She will save his soul, even if this time she can't save her own.
Forgive me, Senua. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore.
Listen.
But believe this, it was my mission to make you hate. To hate the darkness with a passion so great it would focus your mind on this quest. Without it, I feel you could let go of slack. All this time, I've wanted to protect you from the truth that would have destroyed you a long time ago. But you have conquered your darkness at every turn. You deserve to see behind the veil of darkness.
Take me to the mountain. Trust him. As deep as we can go.
I won't stand in your way.
She has to trust him.
You will not survive what is in there.
I know.
She doesn't want to tell. He has nothing. She's come this far. She
Eu morri, será? Oi! Desligar o caps lock.
Mother,
Só conectar o teclado e tirar
I
o
won't
botão.
let the darkness trick me again.
Esse é o mouse desconectado, sabe?
I know you're safe with the gods. I can feel Hela's gaze, searching for secrets inside of me.
Bom, fechou.
Secrets that even I can't
Obrigado aí
see.
pra quem tá na live. Show.
I'm not here to fight my
Tá o
past.
fim.
I'm here for Dillian.
Ih,